Mr. President and colleagues, when you walk into a Big B Coffee before coming to work and they announce that you owe $1.50 for a tall coffee, you don't shrug your shoulders and claim that the person behind you in line will cover that cost. However, that's essentially what we do every time one of us introduces legislation that will cost our state money. But instead of coffee, these are millions of dollars in projects that the state simply can't afford. They may be well-intentioned, but we cannot afford them. Today, Senator Switalski and I are introducing legislation known as Pay-As-You-Go that will require that any bill introduced that would increase costs would be required to also identify a source as to where that money comes from. To function as a strong, responsible government, we cannot spend beyond our means. We must run our legislature like every Michigan household runs theirs. Just like families throughout the state who have to be practical with every dollar and are unable to purchase all the luxuries they desire, we in state government should not be able to undertake projects we have no funds to support. With an anticipated deficit of at least $1.7 billion for next year's budget, we can't keep piling on debt and asking future legislators to carry the burden. This is just one of many critical reforms needed here in Lansing that can get us back on track and serve as a first step towards reducing our state's large deficit, which in large measure, much of our recent deficits are the result of unintended, unplanned expenses associated with our fabulously great ideas. It's time that we find a new way and understand upfront all costs associated with these great ideas. This is common sense legislation that has proved effective at curbing wasteful spending at the federal level, and it's time that we enact such legislation here in the Lansing State Capitol. Let's bring some accountability back to our government spending and ensure that Michigan residents know that we are fully accountable to them. I ask for your support on this bill, and I'd ask for my remarks to be printed in the Journal.